Hello and welcome to Agent Engineering, where we are building an agent framework from scratch in Go. Today is episode 11, and we'll continue our work. We started a couple of streams ago with legibility. Uh, in short, what we are doing is uh, creating a coding agent or a harness uh, where which can be used to make large source codes legible to us before we start working on them. So that is one area that I feel is not currently solved for in any of the major uh, uh, AI tools. So we will be spending some time doing that in the stream. Cool. With that, I think start working on. We can start. So this is where we are at. Uh, we So basically, this channel, I'll give a quick rundown of what we've done. Uh, so we're building something like a coding agent harness. We have done a couple of model integrations. We've done several ways of doing inference, right? We've added an agentic loop, which is Git based. Anytime we change any file, we make Git commit so that whatever our agent does is, traceable. Then we added bunch of tools. Actually, we have also added edit tool, so I can make it black. And so we are starting with a control plane, which is a UI for us to consume what the AI agent is doing and make it more observable, right? So we have a server for our control plane, and we're working on the UX part, right? So there are some pieces remaining in the server, but we'll come to them as we progress. Currently, we are focusing on legibility, and I've captured some mm, kind of definition. I still haven't nailed it down, but uh, what legibility is going to be for this project is, as a definition, it is the ease with which text can be recognized, distinguished, and read, right? So, so when we look into a new project, uh, how easily it is comprehensible to us, right? How easily is it legible to us, right? Comprehension comes a little bit, uh, you know, later before legibility. What we want to build is legibility. The first view, first glance at something should already be, you know, uh, some communication of meaning what the project is about. So we've started this. So instead of talking in abstract terms, let's jump into what we're building, right? So we are attempting our legibility on our agent framework project itself, right? So because this is a complex, it has gotten complex since the last 10 streams that we've built. So for that, we have a helper function. What this does is, in whatever project we are running, it will go and create a map like this, right? Which is just a representation of the file structure of this particular one, and we are showing that in the UI, right? So we also, in control plane, we have a HTML for legibility. So this is our view into the project, right? So it's a bit clunky now, and we'll spend some time fixing it and improving more legibility. So at this point, if you see, if for the agent framework project, we don't really see much, understand much just by looking at this. So we want to improve this, right? We want to improve this UX, that this folder structure at least gives us some way of seeing what this is about, right? Okay, so I made some changes offline, so they're not very big changes, so just some uh, UI and changes and a relation of how we do token counting. So they're not very complex changes. I won't go through them. You can look at it and just commit. Uh, Okay, so the episode 11 branch should be live after this. So look at it. Right. So, mm, quickly, I wanted to write another file before we move on to. So, way of work. Yeah, this is just to document of how we are building this project. So, can say the phase one was uh, coding by hand. I mean, this is, I mean, I don't know what else to call it. Coding by hand means for the first 1 to 8 session episodes, I was live coding uh, all the code by hand, right? Without any, you know, help of AI or tools. In uh, phase two, which is currently since episode 8, we have started using uh, chat, AI chat for AI chat, right? So basically, what we do is we give uh, primarily use chat GPT. So we give in a chat session, we give instruction to chat GPT and copy paste. Oh, yeah, we ask it to edit. We give existing code. Existing code or start from scratch a new idea or a new file or a new package. DC scratch. Okay, and we copy paste, right? So this is phase 2. Phase 3 will be using our coding agent slash harness to code, right? So this is where we want to move towards, but currently we are in this. And the reason of structuring the series like this is we see the evolution of how we code, right? So the first few episodes are painful to watch because I'm just coding by hand and the progress bit slow. In this phase currently, I don't know how long it will last. So it will last if we see our coding agent starts being useful, right? But yeah, I believe maybe 10 more sessions. So we'll use ChatGPT or something. So we'll not use anything like Cloud Code or anything, but because we are trying to build something uh, parallel to it, right? So I don't want us to get influenced by its features or what it does. Right? So we discover and solve the problems as we face them instead of copying features from other toolings that we have. Okay, with that said, let's jump into our new chat. And what we want to do now is make this a little better to look at. Right? So I don't like it on the left. So Okay, what would I do, right? I want this at the end. Okay, I need to restart every time I do this. Okay, this is a bit better. Let me inspect what this guy is doing when I query for project. So it is giving agent. Okay, it is correct now, right? Maybe something was cached some. Okay, this looks good. So our project is agent framework. I don't know what this dot is. And in the bracket are how many tokens are present here, right? So one thing, so this is size or context of how much uh, how much we want to sorry, I was saying so this number is what is the uh, amount of information present here, right? So if an agent wants to read this whole file structure, then it has to consume 88,000 tokens. Now, I mean, with the newer models with 1 million tokens, this might look like a small number, and the agent might consume the entire whole thing in a couple of chat messages. But yeah, I mean, this can grow big, and we need for the agent to efficiently navigate this space, right? So let's say it goes and sees that, okay, if I look at this how it's distributed is the LLM integration has 12K, 2K for agent, 2K for control plane, the UI part, legibility 1K, 1K, right? So this is overall how it looks like, right? So what I want to do is I want to change this to a human readable number, right? So this is how we do it, right? So we say, okay, so we want give JavaScript make it less than 1,000 full number and 1,000 something like 1.2K. Till here. I think it will get the gist, but let's be explicit in our requirement. Okay, I think it got it. Just get this part. We just written it here, but human readable number. Okay, not bad. See, our speed has already increased from what we were doing earlier, so this is good news. Mm, Still, there is a problem actually. Some numbers are uh, rounded off, and other numbers are very specific. Anyways, I'll leave it there. I think this is readable enough. Okay, so now moving forward. Okay. Hmm. Now what we want to do is, let me commit. Okay, now moving forward from uh, this, we want to extend on the idea of regions. So if you see tools, file system. So what we do is whenever we write code, we split uh, code into regions, right? And I had floated this idea last time, and what we are saying is, for example, a file like filesystem.go is 2.3k tokens, right? But instead of reading all of the entire file, the agent can decide to read individual section the way we've split them, right? So we've arranged them. So this is the idea of region. So this is also for my legibility. If I go into this file, I can, show the or see the piece only I'm interested in and not worry about all these huge other code bases, right? So this is similar way agents can navigate this structure. So what we want to extend on top of this is uh, add comments on top of each region that explains. It's kind of a documentation for what's happening here, right? So let's copy this entire file, start a new chat, and paste it here. So later we want to automate this process, but now we are doing it manually, right? So for each region, give a document for an agent to understand agent or so it has produced something, but I think it is, region imports. This region contains all packages, standard library, third party library, internal imports, purpose, the imports functionality. Okay. So I like that it is adding purpose on its own, which is good. But what is the reason of exister? Is it of this particular region, but it has too much information, I feel. List file 2. This is not human, so I'll give. Okay, I can go with this, or do I want to tune it? What is wrong with this package convention? So all of this will go into our prompt for uh, documentation, right? So I'll just capture, be concise. Straight to so okay. I like this better. Reads content of a file while blocking access to sensitive file. This is for reader. Just copy paste everything here. This is manual right now. We're gonna automate this soon. For now, let's get this. Okay. So imports standard library for file handling, JSON, strings, random bytes, third-party library for generating TIFFs, internal package for Git operation and agent tool integration. Makes sense? In region, list reads a directory and returns a list of files and subdirectories pending and joins the result with new ones. Okay. Admirable reads the content of the file while would be good phrasing. So I'm just capturing the phrasing here. Or how do we want? We'll synthesize it later. Okay. I think I will capture this. Okay. Now we need a way to. Okay. Now let's just work. Okay. Let's go edit. So we reran it and let's see. So we found this here, right? Now, okay. So why does these guys don't have documentation? Okay, what is this? Looks good, right? Okay, just to make some progress, let's do. Uh, let's display it here. Display here. That's the question, right? Let's take this. Let's ask ChatGPT how to update this the I don't like how I collapse. Okay. I'm not able to see how we can do this. Not bad. We can restrict the. Let's add the expand all and changes to this way of work as well. Hmm. So we have copy paste a lot of stuff. But this doesn't work. Okay. Either this doesn't work. Remove this altogether. Practice for giving up on this entirely. Okay. So now it works. We just have to rewire it so that into Unicode. Let's get numbers. Right. bit inefficient this part. Okay, I can live this. It will. Okay, now let's do this for one more file and call it a day. So at the end of the, let's do it for this file itself. Okay, now let's start a new this file. Create regions for more legibility. And okay, I kind of messed this up. Let me start a new chat. And, okay, let's navigate this. Okay, I'm not very crazy about this. I think for now we can close here. Can come back to making all. So basically, what we've done so far is for our project to make, in an effort to make it more legible, we have created an UI to show its folder structure and have some documentation per line, sorry, per region. So, and we have to do it for all the files, right? So we have to scale this process up. Currently, we are doing it manually, but now we have to do it for all. Yeah, so we'll keep on adding tooling on top of this. But this is just one direction of legibility. I mean, folder structure in itself is not any, you know, guide of what a project is. So there has to be correct ordering, right? So currently, if you see the order of the folder is alphabetical, it doesn't make sense in terms of readability. So if you want to make something legible, the order in which we present the content also matters a lot. So we will focus on that in the coming episodes. Yeah, but for now, I think this is a good place to end this call, end this episode on legibility. Thanks everyone who's joining. Uh, See you folks next week. Thank you.